The political heat in Mbeere rose to boiling point after Deputy President KITHURE Kindiki, sent by President William Ruto to pitch for the UDA candidate, was met by a wave of rejection that caught even seasoned observers off guard. What was supposed to be a routine roadside rally turned into a storm. The crowd did not just heckle him. They chanted one term in unison, a phrase that sliced through the air like a warning shot. It was the kind of public humiliation that leaves a mark no politician can ignore. How did a region that once voted overwhelmingly for the Kenya Kwanza administration turn this cold? What exactly snapped? Kindiki arrived in the company of Public Service Cabinet Secretary Ruto, hoping to steady the ground and remind locals that UDA still considers Mbeere an important political base. But if he expected a warm reception, he misread the mood. The crowd looked restless from the start. Some booed, some waved him off, others shouted back at him. The chants grew louder and angrier. A rally that was meant to show strength turned into a live demonstration of rebellion. For months, residents have shown mixed signals about the ruling party. There have been quite complaints about the cost of living, taxes, unemployment, and what they call forced political instructions from Nairobi. People have felt ignored. Still, few expected the frustration to erupt this loudly.
Na ile kiburi yao ya kawaida. Wamekuja na madharau ya kawaida. Wamekuja na matusi ya kawaida. Munisikize na munisikize vizuri. Nyinyi ambao mmetembea hapa kwetu. Kwa miaka mingi mmezoea kudharau viongozi wengine na kutusi viongozi. Ati ni kama kwamba Embu County.
The shockwaves reached State House almost instantly. How could the Deputy President be treated this way in an area that was once considered safe? What does this say about the true state of Kenya Kwanza's support on the ground? Then came the twist that stung even deeper. Former Deputy President RIGATHI Gashagwa, impeached after a bruising internal confrontation with Ruto allies, also landed in the region to campaign for the opposition-backed candidate. Unlike Kindiki, Gashagwa was welcomed like a man returning to his stronghold. The cheers were loud. The energy was raw. People pushed forward to shake his hands. The contrast was painful. How does an impeached former Deputy President command more enthusiasm than a sitting one?
Mutasimama na KARIS? Mutakubali KARIS auziwe uoga? Watu ya Mbeere, hii uchaguzi ni ya kutafuta heshima ya watu ya Mbeere. KATHURE, heshima ya watu ya Mbeere itapatikana tarehe 27. Na lazima, na pia heshima yetu kama jamii ya Mulima ni nyinyi watu ya Mbeere mtatufutia heshima. KATHURE. Sasa mimi niko hapa na viongozi chungu nzima, wakianzishwa na mjumbe mtarajiwa. Huyu KARIS, mimi nitatoka hapa akitangazwa.
Gashagwa used the moment well. He rallied the people to vote for KARIS, the united opposition candidate. The crowd responded. They nodded. They shouted back. They promised. They looked ready to deliver.
Iko mokoka ya kupumzika jioni. Ndio nisipate nisilale. Tukae macho. Mutukahige maidhome ya mundu akoma.
Is this the first real sign that the mountain and its surrounding regions are slipping from Ruto's grip? Could this be the beginning of a political earthquake? If one mini poll can trigger this kind of chaos, what happens in 2027? The Mbeere by-election next week has now grown into something far bigger than a local contest. It has become a symbol, a message, a test of the national mood. Analysts say this vote could set the tone for the 2027 election. If UDA loses, it won't just be a political loss. It will be a warning. People here say the ground shifted long ago. They talk about promises that were made and forgotten. They complain about roads that were pledged but never built. They feel squeezed by the taxes while their businesses choke. They point out the rising cost of food. They say they are tired. And when people reach that point, even a deputy president cannot calm them.
Mbeere North, I have just arrived. I am not leaving here until the 28th of November. Nataka tukutane na hao wanaume mondo kwa mondo, man to man, face to face. And I want to assure you, my people of Chicago, my people of Mbeere North, mimi nataka niwahakikishie ile kiburi na madharau mwisho yake imefika. They will never again try.
Kindiki walked straight into the storm. Some now ask whether Ruto underestimated the anger simmering at the grassroots. Others wonder if UDA is cracking from within. If a deputy president cannot stabilize the ground, who can?
Umeona hizi gunda ziniwezi peke yangu. Nimewapeleka mbio.
Even more worrying for Kenya Kwanza is Gashagwa's resurgence. His warm reception showed he still holds emotional capital in the region despite his impeachment. People love a political savior, and when the public believes someone was pushed out unfairly, they rally behind him. Is Gashagwa becoming a symbol of resistance? As the campaign trail heats up, tension is rising fast. Police presence has been increased. Local leaders are whispering strategy shifts. Night meetings have become the norm. The opposition is treating these mini polls like a battlefield. Some even call it a rehearsal for 2027. The big question is simple. Will Mbeere cast a vote that embarrasses the president and his deputy? Or will UDA somehow manage to salvage the seat in the final stretch? Next week, the ballot will speak. And when they do, the whole country will be listening.
What's up?